I just circled a specific game on my calendar, and if you haven't done so yet, you're going to want to do that too. It's coming up next, right here on Ride with the Knicks. What's going on, Knicks fans? Happy Friday. This is Greg from Riding with the Knicks, and this is a channel where we talk about the team that we love, the New York Knicks, the season as it unfolds, and the deeper themes that we can pull out of the game and apply to our lives to be the best versions of ourselves. So I sincerely hope that today you are becoming the best version of yourself. Let's get right to what I'm talking about. We got a game coming up on the calendar that I have circled and I'm really looking forward to. Now the dust is settled from the Donovan Mitchell trade. I think some of the emotion has come out of it too, in a positive way. As more of the facts about the trade have been revealed, things that the Knicks had to offer. There was a quote that went out, I think yesterday or maybe even today, from Charles Barkley of all people, who has routinely trashed the Knicks, but speaking about his time talking with World Wide Wes about really what the media was saying the Jazz were trying to get out of the Knicks and what the Jazz were actually trying to get out of the Knicks. And so as more and more of those stats come out, as we look at the trade, what it was going to take, it's not saying that we didn't want Donovan Mitchell as Knicks fans. A lot of us did, but we didn't want him at the price that we were going to have to pay. And to see a Knicks front office not pay that price, while it's kind of boring and uneventful, it's the right move. And so as those things start to pass away a little bit in our minds, and we start to say, okay, this is the squad we're going into the season with, we got to look forward to some of these games now. And so on October 30th, the New York Knicks go to Cleveland, which, a few weeks ago looked like another game for us. But this is a game where we're going to be able to, early in the season, while emotions will be probably stirred up again because we're going to go play Donovan Mitchell in his new home court, in his new home city. We're going to have a first look while they're trying to put the pieces together and we're trying to put the pieces together of Garland and Mitchell up against Brunson and Barrett. And we always favor our players. We always overvalue our players and the teams that we love. It's what we do as fans. But I don't know if Mitchell and Brunson was going to be a perfect pairing anyway. I think the Barrett pairing, I'm not saying Barrett right now in his career is a better player than Mitchell, but I think the Barrett pairing with Brunson is actually a better blocking and tackling, X's and O's, like positional fit. And so it's going to be an exciting game because we're going to be able to see these two duos go up against each other early in the season while things are kind of chaotic still. You know how it goes. And actually, based on our schedule early, it looks like a realistic record for each team, the Knicks and the Cavs, is about 3-2. Maybe someone underachieves and goes, 2-3, or God forbid 1-4 for the Knicks. Or maybe we overachieve and you got a team with a hot start and they're going 4-1 or 5-0. But I think realistically, based on the opposition that both teams are facing, they might both be 3-2 early in the season. It'll feel like a lot more is on the game than there actually is, and that's exciting, especially even being out here in Cleveland. Maybe I'll get to the game. Maybe we'll do some video about that. We'll see. But then if you fast forward a little bit, I think it's the 4th of December. It's the 24th game of the season. That's when Mitchell and the Cavs come to the Garden. And so that's another game that, as Knicks fans, basically what we just came through, is probably one we want to have circled on our calendar. And so these are just two games that I'm looking forward to. I'm making a kind of bold, but maybe not so bold claim that I think Brunson paired with Barrett is a better team pairing than Brunson paired with Mitchell. Who knows? Maybe those guys would have been able to pull it together, and maybe I'm a delirious Knicks fan, but that's what I'm thinking about. Also, I always say that I like to think about this through the context, through the filter of our lives, me and you, and what are we learning from these types of things. And for me, what I'm taking away from this is that decisions that have to be made in a certain timeline get so emotional and so hyped up, but as the facts come out, sometimes it's easier to see things clearly. And so regardless of what you got going on in your life right now, if you're in a place where something just didn't go your way, or you had to make a really emotional decision, or whatever, and you're on the other side of it, we can't live in the theoretical. We can't live in the what ifs, or what it could have been, or what I wish it was. Like, we kind of got to live in the now. What is real now in my life? What is real now in your life? What are the real circumstances? And then what are the things that I need to do today to take care of today and to set me up for tomorrow? Because if we just go back to like the arguing or the fantasizing of a theoretical, like, we actually miss out on the control over today, which is really all we can control and really all we can affect tomorrow. You see where I'm going with this? But when we get so wrapped up in today, then we actually end up not only screwing up today, or we get so wrapped up in the theory about today, we don't only just miss today, but we're not setting up tomorrow either. And so the Knicks are where they are today. The squad is what the squad is today. Mitchell is not a Knick. And in the future, maybe there's a reality where he's a Knick, but who cares at this point? We got Brunson and we got Barrett as that duo, and we got some other key pieces, and we got trade picks, and we got draft picks and stuff. And so this is our squad, and I think that they're going to be prepared to go into the season. I'd love to see us win that game, the sixth game of the season, because it'll feel like a little moral victory. But more than anything, I would love to see us win on December 4th against the Cavs in Madison Square Garden. So those are some things I'm looking forward to about the season. Again, I really hope that that you are enjoying this Friday afternoon. I hope that you're excited about the season. Let me know if you got specific games outside of Mitchell and the Cavs that you got circled on your schedule, and maybe we can talk about it a little bit in the comments below. If you like this channel, if you like the perspective I'm sharing about the Knicks in the season, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button. Maybe you don't even think about hitting subscribe while you're watching YouTube videos, but for me on this side of the camera, that is so encouraging, and it is so affirming when you take the time to actually go hit that button. Totally free for you, but means a lot for me as the creator. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a Knicks fan. Let me know what you're excited about going into the season, and I will see you in the next video. Let's go, Knicks.